As you know, this year, 2008, is a big one for Liverpool. Not to be outdone, though, Cheshire has designated it Year of Gardens, and here's one of the jewels in their crown.
Nest Gardens are situated on the edge of the Dee estuary, but they're also sheltered by the Mersey estuary on the other side, so in a very favourable position for growing plants. The gardens were started over 100 years ago by Arthur Kilpin Bully, who was a third-generation cotton broker who worked in Liverpool but made his home at Nest Gardens, and his passion was plants. So he actually employed people to go out to various parts of the world to collect plants, to bring back, to expand the collection. When his daughter took over the gardens, she soon realised that it was too much to take on. It had been neglected after the Second World War, so she wanted it to be left to someone who had the same spirit of including people in visiting the garden. So her first choice was the University of Liverpool. From Bully's time right the way through to recent introductions, we have over 15,000 different types of plants growing throughout the 64 acres of garden. The gardens have many unusual plants, mainly because it's a botanical collection, so we have plants that are collected from wild, collected seed all throughout the world. It was the success of exhibitions that George Forrest went on that plants such as this were introduced, named after George Forrest. This is Pieris forestii. It has these amazingly bright red young shoots. So this is the seed of the Pieris. And you can imagine George Forrest in the hills of China collecting these at night in his tent, cleaning them, getting rid of all the excess and putting the remainder into bags to send across to Cheshire, to Nest Gardens, and then Bully would actually receive these seeds, sow them, and from these tiny seeds you'd get a magnificent plant like the Pieris. The Pingo was an overgrown area of the garden. We cleared it, and because of the unusual nature of the name and also the type of plants, we've made a jungle feel to the garden. So we've got insectivorous plants, plants that actually eat animals, not the other way around. The rock garden at Nest was originally laid out by Bully to house his alpine collection, and it's now become home to our weddings events. So we have over 30 weddings a year, and the thatched hut in the rock garden is where the ceremony is held. The University of Liverpool have used Nest as a base for their research over the years. At the moment we have an experiment on global warming, which is extremely relevant. And also Nest is home to a weather station. It has been the last 40 years. It's not just looking at daily temperatures, it also looks at cloud cover, minimum and maximum temperatures, the actual wind speed. So very detailed records, and what that's shown is that temperatures are on the increase, which will obviously have a major impact on the plants we grow and on how they react to those conditions. Each generation has made quite major alterations to the garden. So it's a garden that has evolved with time, and it's continuing to evolve.
So they're an outstanding selection of plants to enjoy at Nest Botanic Gardens.